Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Laurel Ranch again. We realized we recently posted a video on morning chores, and now we have meat chickens, which we have quite often, but we didn't when I did those chores. So this is just kind of an add-on video to that. So we have here our chicken tractor. So we usually, the meat chickens, they'll stay in a brooder where they can stay nice and warm and protected until they have feathers, so maybe like 3 weeks. And then after that, they spend the rest of the time, the next 5 to 6 weeks outside growing. So we feed them an all natural, non-GMO grain, but then they also get to eat bugs and stuff like that because they're outside. So the chicken tractor does a couple things. One, it allows them to be outside. We move it every day, so I'm going to move it. You'll see how I do that real quick. So they're on fresh ground. We don't have to worry about them being in their own poop. We don't have to worry about changing bedding, all that kind of stuff. And sometimes we let them out like this, and they just roam around. But so the chicken tractor protects them for the most part. Hey, Zeke, leave it. Zeke, come on. So Zeke's actually doing his job. We had the chicken tractor outside of the fence, and it protects the chickens from rain and sun, and it's supposed to be predators too, but we had some raccoons dig underneath and pull out a chicken and then also injure a couple chickens. So we lost 3 chickens. So we moved the chicken tractor inside of here where Zeke's at, and since that time we haven't had any issues with predators. That was the first time. We've gone through multiple runs with this chicken tractor, never had any problems, but all of a sudden now we have. So but it's just made out of treated wood and then EMT across the top, which allows us to hang things from there. So you can see I have a water bucket right over here. So I'm getting ready to put that water bucket on there, and it has the same nipples on it that we use to water all the other chickens and poultry. And the feed trough, which I'm getting ready to put the feed in, is just a piece of PVC pipe cut in half. And then I just did a slip knot on there so I can change the height of it. So when they're younger, it's a little bit lower, but as they get older, I make it higher. That way they're not jumping on the feed and pooping in there and stuff like that. So if it's too low, they're just gonna walk all in it, they're gonna poop in it. If it's too high, they can't get to it, so they'll jump up on it. So having that slip knot on there allows me to adjust the height. Same thing on the hook that I have for the waterer. I can adjust that height as they get bigger as well. So, but that's about it. I'm not a big fan of this chicken tractor. It works fine. It's fairly lightweight. It's easy for me to move. I think Jamie has a little bit more trouble. I don't like that I have to get in it. And Jamie has no problem because she is not as she's more vertically challenged. So she can walk right in there. I have a little bit of challenge. I always hit my head and stuff like that. But so I think their next design will do something a little bit different. Some of the lower ones where we just fill in from the top, but we'll see. So that's it. So I'm gonna show you guys what I do. I'm gonna get the chickens in there first, like they normally are, and then move. And the chickens, usually it takes them about 2 or 3 times, but now they're in the habit. They know when I come, they know to get to the front and how to follow the tractor when it's moving. So I'm gonna get them in there, move the tractor, then I'll put the water and the feed in there. All right, chickens, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. Let's go. Come on. Get in here. Come on, you're almost all here. You're almost all here. Come on, come on. Go, guys. Come on. Come on, chicken. Come on. There's one chicken hanging at the back. It wants to rest right now. All right, okay. Wait. So I always set down the water and the feed right at the front corner of the tractor, and that way when I move it, I just look for it on the back and I know that I've moved 1 tractor length. It works out pretty good. When we did this in our front yard, it really helped to fertilize the ground, get some really green grass after a while. guys are like little velociraptors. There you go. So the one thing that is nice about the PVC feeding system is you can see they're all lined up really nicely. There's plenty of room for them to all line up on both sides for about 30 chickens. We have 24 in there right now. But any more than that, that'd be too many. That's it. So this is, our other morning chores are pretty easy when we're raising the meat chickens. A little bit more, just because, you know, there's just more physical work that you have to do, and we don't have auto watering, which was a big deal on the other ones. You gotta bring a bucket of water out every time, but still not that big of a deal. And I think if we had multiple chicken tractors, we'd probably find a way to have some water out there somehow and just move them quickly. But that's it for today. Hope everybody has a great day. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe to the channel. Hopefully you guys like coming along on our journey, and we'll talk to y'all next time.